It's all good. Hello folks, come on in. Carolyn, how you doing? Nice to see you. Renee. Here's Michelle. Front row is the best place. Nice to see you, mate. It's so nice to see you. I don't know, can you hear me in your ears or you hear me here? I don't mind. I want to just experience what it was like to be part of this. It's such a treat to be here. And I'm ready to start like right about now. Perfect. Folks, welcome. Thank you so much for making the time before lunch or even during lunch. We're going to be talking about how the L&D team can become the real heroes, because I believe you are absolute heroes. Who's L&D here? Show of hands. Fantastic. You are the unsung heroes. But really what I want to do is I want to help you see that you can become an asset, not just a department. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to show you 10 things other than e-learning that you can build for your teams and other departments that you could potentially sell to them and make some internal revenue to fund some of your projects. So what's important here is just for me to set this up. So there's a two-way relationship here, me and you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you these ideas. I'm going to provide you concepts. I'm going to provide you maybe weird and wacky things that you can do. And then I'm going to put them in the container. You're going to provide your context, because I don't know what your worlds are, and obviously that's your world. So if we put my ideas in your context and shake it up, you might get something that makes you do an amazing thing which goes, wow. Because you're all L&D people, this is an egg-sucking free zone. I don't want to tell you how to suck eggs because that's not my position. I'm just here to give you ideas and you're going to provide the context. That's super, super important. The aim of this session is very, very simple. I just want you to go whoa once. So whoa, wow, not woe's me. I don't need any sympathy. I just need you to do it once. If you do it once, I've done my job. Now my job is this. This is ChatGPT's render of Batman plus Robin Hood. And because of copyright reasons, ChatGPT rightly said, I can't spin up the exact replica of this, but here's what I get really close. As an agency founder, and I founded Learn Awesome 17 years ago, and it's been my entire career being an agency operator. We build e-learning, we support our clients, but what I feel the true privilege of being an agency operator is I get time to play with the new tools. I get time to play with the new tech. I get to be Batman. I get to do whatever I need to do. But I also get to be Robin Hood, which is steal all of the cool ideas from the world and then give them back to you, the people, the real heroes who have got BAU, who have got all these other projects that you've got to do, and you don't have time to see what's cool. I'm here to cut that out and give you the cool stuff that's happening. So that's where I am, and it's a true privilege to be part of that. A couple of key things before we dive in. I just want to position this with assessed versus tracked. So the ideas that I give you, I need you to come at it from a position of assessed versus tracked. What do I mean by that? I mean that the LMS is a friction-inducing platform. So when you put something on the LMS, it requires the user to click a lot of times to get to it, which creates friction, which reduces engagement. So what I'm going to challenge you to do is, if it doesn't need to be assessed to the nth degree, it doesn't need to live on the LMS. And if you can assess it in a creative way, which means could they just submit evidence, could they just upload an assignment, could they just do the quiz on the LMS, then the majority of the learning can live outside of the LMS, like on your intranet, on your website, via a QR code, or just in the ether. So that's really important just to think about when we go in here, because that will help you unlock a lot of creativity and a lot of blockages. The tool that I'm going to show you, now as an agency, we get to choose the tools. We have an Articulate license, an Evolve license, an Adapt license. We have a Chameleon license. We have a How-To license. We use all the tools. The tool we choose to show today is Chameleon Creator, and they're here today. They're over here. And what I love about Chameleon Creator is what it allows us to do out of the box. We've built 150 learning experiences this year. 90% of them have been built on Chameleon Creator, and you'll see why. The ideas that I'm going to show you can be built on any tool, and I'll talk to you about it. But my contention is, why would you build on other tools when Chameleon allows you to do a lot of stuff out of the box? So I'm going to show you a demo and I'm going to talk you through it. You might go, whoa, and that'd be nice, but I've got 10 of them, so I've got 10 chances for you to do that for me, which is great. I'll connect the dots about how you can do this in your world. You'll get this at the end. So at the end, there's a QR code. I want to give you all the templates because I'm sick of conferences that are just what, why, models, theory, rhetoric. I'm going to give you the templates, the preview links, the SCORMs after this so that you can take them back to work, put them on your LMS and have a play. Super, super important. And if you need me, just set up the back signal and I'll be there. Beautiful. Let's get started. Quick reference guide is the first thing other than pure L&D or e-learning that you can do. So here we go. Why is a QRG useful? Because it doesn't need to be assessed. It can be tracked. So you can put this on your intranet and you can run an upload content for a particular skill. So hey, who's had to do digital transformation? Who's got new systems? Who's got new tools, right? QRG is a fantastic job resource that allows people to be able to access. And I've just put fake content in here, but again, I give you the ideas, you put your context. So a QRG, great. Any woes? Did we get a woe? No, because QRGs are like, that's cute, Steve, that's technically e-learning. Is it? Is it though? What about a pitch deck? So now marketing, they have lots of money because they're the revenue generating engine. The sales team generate revenue for the organization. Imagine if you created a pitch deck in your authoring tool. So you could do this in Rise, you could do this in Storyline. Why would you when it looks beautiful like this out of the box in Chameleon, which is a rapid authoring tool? This took me about 20 minutes to build. Storyboard aside, 20 minutes end to end. So imagine the sales team now have an interactive pitch deck that they can then sell their products to. And Chameleon are about to release a tracking module which will give them analytics and data without having to live anywhere. But this allows them to add real value to their clients. Now for you, you're the heroes because you can build it, but you can also get internal funding, little backhanded few $50 notes for building that for them. Whoa. Oh, whoa, I got a little nod of the head back there. You're my spirit animal back there, dude. I'm looking back there, but that might be a whoa. Don't worry, I'm using the easy stuff first, which is super, super important. What about a conference agenda? This amazing conference, you've got an app. Now, I know Hanover Media, they paid a lot to get that app custom developed, which is great. They've got their name on it, they've got their brand on it. But what if you could do a conference agenda? Whose company does a conference every year? Yep, a lot of money, a lot of budget goes into that. Imagine if L&D could get access to it. Well, we can, because we can now build the conference agenda in an authoring tool, and it allows us to package and make the conference agenda experience interactive, engaging. Does it need to be assessed? Yes or no? No. Does it need to live on the LMS? No. Could it be triggered off anything, a QR code, hopes and dreams, a carrier pigeon? Yes, absolutely. Would that make an impact, and would that show you as the heroes of your organization and turn your department into an asset? Hell yes, it would. How good is this? How good are these headphones? It's amazing. I feel like I'm here with you. But if this is what I sound like, I'm so sorry. Wow. Are we getting a whoa here? Is this like just nod your head if that's a whoa. Like you could shout it out, but no one's gonna hear you. Whoa, almost a whoa. All right, that's not bad. Pretty cool, pretty cool. My team had a lot of fun. What about a product demo? Digital transformation, who's gone through it, who's going through it, who knows how much money is available to implement Workday into a big organization? Millions of dollars, millions of dollars. And you could have a slice of it if you just did a simple product demo or offered the product team, hey, your demos are boring and they're riddled with nerdisms. What if you got a bit of learning science injected in there and we simplified it and made it beautiful and engaging, and then the CEO who's funding the project would actually understand what you do, respect you more, and it's only going to cost you a couple of grand in the back pocket to fund one of our other projects. This could be the difference between you getting your projects funded or your new piece of tech or a new LMS or a new HRIS, just by being more of a business or thinking a little bit more entrepreneurially around how you do things. So that's really, really important. So as you can see, you can sort of see demos of the product with videos. You can see that we've built this with some interactive accordions and a different jump off and hop on, hop off points. Now you can do this on other authoring tools. So if you're living in the articulate world, you can do this in Storyline, you can do this in Rise. It just won't look as cool as this, but you can still do it. I think that's really important. You're not required to dive into this rabbit hole. What about a toolkit? So I've put insert function here. This is going to be a sales toolkit, but again, when I get into the job, when I've done my compliance training, which needs to be assessed on the LMS for good reasons, what if we just provided a toolkit that allowed people to do their jobs better? So what if we could provide them with a series of templates or tools or resources or checklists, process maps, a meeting checklist, something that I could download a PDF for? What if I could grab a template and I needed an email template or a proposal template, quick, easy to access. I'm on the road, I just need to be able to access it. It doesn't need to live on the LMS. I can just grab this and I can work with it. Copy and paste that email template, bam, I'm off to the races. This allows you to do just that. What if I've got a bunch of webinars that I need to put somewhere? I can put them in this container, and now this container is something that I can sell to the sales team and go, hey, we can optimize your sales team with a toolkit. Do you want it? It's only going to cost you a little bit, and it's an internal budget transfer. But this might fund your big project that you want to dive into, maybe generative AI or something like that. It can also load other modules within modules. So you could do a little additional training stuff. Now the question that you have to ask is, does this need to live on the LMS? I would say no, but some of you might say yes. And if yes, are you happy to embrace the friction that that would create to get someone on the road to then open their phone, scan the QR code, log into the LMS, open 6 windows, pass out, have a coffee, come back, try again. This could just be triggered once and done. Whoa, maybe a little bit of a not. Oh, look, the Bunnings guys are loosely impressed, but that's okay. They're a tough egg to crack, but I like that. I like the challenge. What about customer support? Now, anyone that's using authoring tools, branching, yes or no? Just nod your head if you like branching scenarios, like the ability to branch learning based on the answer. We sort of do, right? Some tools don't let you do it very easily. So I want you to count how many branching scenarios. I'll count them for you. So this is like product support. Branch 1, branch 2, branch 3. So that's 3 branches already, and we're not even halfway through. So then if we come back and we branch 4, branch 5, and then chat with support. So that could be client facing. So you could go to your tech team and say, hey, we can offer a client support branch scenario based on their problem. We can define it, we can go bang. Not bad, huh? This is out of the box with Chameleon as opposed to, say, Articulate Rise. You can't really branch really cute and natively. It looks a bit higgledy-piggledy. So what we love about this is the flexibility that this tool allows us to have, which is to create effortlessly. Again, 20 minutes. These all took 20 minutes to build. Now we're getting, hey, hi Bob, how does your employee satisfaction survey look? I mean, you could pay lots of money for Hi Bob, you could pay heaps of money for Qualtrics, or you could also build an employee satisfaction survey in an authoring tool, and forgive the questions that I ask because they're not relevant, but what's important is you provide the context, but this would live on the LMS because this is a SCORM package, which means you can track it, you can measure it, you can record all of the answers, and then you can give it to the Excel people to do Excel Olympics on the CSV file, and then you've got yourself all of your employee satisfaction data to then take back to your teams and go, hey, the L&D team can do this for you, and we can save you a lot of money and provide a decent user experience. Now, is this perfect? No, but it's not the point. The point is that you can get most of the way there, a little bit like John Bon Jovi living on a prayer, but more than halfway there, right? We're halfway there. We're not living on prayers. We're living on answers here and solutions, folks. It's really, really cool. Whoa, come on, surely, like whoa there. Oh, the toughest crowd ever. I mean, who's hurt you? Who's hurt you? Seriously, I'm so sorry that the industry has just beaten you into submission, and it's like, but I've got more to dazzle you with, so don't stress, it's okay. What about this? Who has to do performance reviews as part of their job? Do you have to do performance reviews? HR people, you probably have to do them as part of your function. Imagine, just for a second, if you could create something on an authoring tool and say, I can solve the performance review conversation. What's your name? What's your employee number? These are all text entry variables. Now on Articulate Rise, you can't do it without building a storyline integration, and that's miserable. And on storyline, it would take you 2 or 3 hours, and then you'd probably lose your soul when it breaks or the variables conflict. This is out of the box again. This took me 20 minutes to build. So what are your key areas? They type them in, they submit them, they're storing them in the system. Now, do you need an LMS to store the variables? Maybe, but watch what happens when we finish this. So what training do I need? I would like some more bulk e-learning to brighten my day. Yes, please, go one. That'd be amazing. But now this generates a PDF where all the text variables are there. I can download that and I can take it to my manager with a performance conversation. Not bad, huh? Come on, surely, whoa. But let's go one step further. What if we branched it? We created 2 birds with 1 stone. Who are you, a manager or an employee? So now I'm going to use Chameleon's branching to now do the manager path. So the manager can answer questions about the employee. I can answer questions about my manager and my performance, and then we can compare notes. What you've done is create that container, which is super, super beautiful. And I just want to show you that, yeah, Steve Corney, that text variable can come through as well. Out of the box functionality. What about a pre-assessment? Who does compliance training, and how much does compliance training hurt our souls? Imagine if you could assess up front. So you could assess before they then dive into the knowledge. So what this is going to do is show you, and it's a great idea, and it's actually e-learning, so I lied, this is actually e-learning, but it's a cool one. Imagine being able to do the assessment up front and then see where people are at. And based on where people are at, you only teach them what they need to know or what they got wrong. So you'll see there that I've got 3 areas to try again. So I'm going to go and learn more on topic 1. I'm going to consume my knowledge, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to get a chance to have another crack at the question. I either get it right or I get it wrong. If I get it wrong twice, it locks me out. Now I'm trapped. I'll then go through and do that as well. So what that allows you to do, folks, is it allows you to create a more respectful compliance training. Because We could do the beautiful $50,000 animated video that says, hey, Jimmy's in the kitchen and he lights his dinner on fire and then he runs with his laptop down the stairs. What did Jimmy do wrong? Jimmy's smart enough to know that. So you don't want to tell people how to suck eggs. You want to give them the respect that they deserve to be able to own their compliance journey and only have to figure the stuff out that they need to. Now, in this case, this is the refresher part. So if I got one question wrong, I have to go do the refresher and then I catch that compliance need to do that training. So there's a nice little option for you there, folks. So what about this though? Little side hustle for the L&D folks. You've got these tools. Why don't you offer to do your wedding invites for your mates? Friends getting married, you get a few $100 bills on the side, you fill out the conflict of interest form at the government, if you work for the government, and then you can build a beautiful interactive wedding invite for your colleagues and your friends. That's pretty cool. But I mean, you know, that's just a nice little thing that we do for our friends, and it's a nice little icebreaker. The last one that I want to show you is this, is that the reason people rag on SCORM a lot, folks, but SCORM as a container is the most flexible thing that we've got on offer as L&D professionals. And the reason I love it so much is that we've seen this one, right? And the only way that we can chat with support is to have a link that then opens a ticket and then I submit the ticket. But what if I go into my CRM or go into anything that has code and I grab the code up here? I'm going to grab it in a second. Grab the code, Stevie boy, and I'm going to copy that code, and then this is as far as my tech skills go. I'm going to open the index file of the SCORM. Open with text edit or notepad. Then I'm going to scroll to the bottom and I'm going to paste that code from the CRM, which is our live chat widget. I'm going to post it into the SCORM, save it. Then I'm going to load the SCORM, and then this pops up in the SCORM. This is then, hey, how can we help you? And I really need some help. Now that's cute, but what happens next is freaking awesome. Give us a minute. I'm going to go back to my CRM, go over to conversations, Peppy J's in there, and that is the live ticket. That's the live request in the SCORM that I can then respond to, or my team can respond to. We hit submit, and then let's go back to the SCORM file to see if it updates. And there it is. Surely that's a wall. Surely some nods of the head. That's pretty cool, huh? And again, all that is code. So you could put an AI brain in there. You could put a chatbot. You could put anything to support them. And that's what's so beautiful about SCORM. The moral of the story, folks, and I've got about a minute to go, is that you are awesome. And it's a true privilege to be the Batman Robin Hood of the e-learning industry. What I'd really invite you to do is to grab that, because if you scan that QR code and just fill out the form, it's going to ask you a couple of questions like, what did you think of the session? Do you want to see more of this? But then I'll send you an email with a link to all of those SCORM files, the preview links, the ability, and the replay of this session when it gets uploaded. If you want to hang out with us, you absolutely can. The Chameleon guys have donated a 14-day free trial as well, but they're literally just over there, next to our amazing Equily over there. Go and have a chat to them and see what this tool can do for you. But if you've got any questions, I'm here for the next 2 days, and I really appreciate your attendance and the time that you've taken. And yeah, look forward to seeing what you can create with the ideas that I've given you. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of the conference. Awesome. How good are those headphones, huh? That's so nice. Oh, amazing. How was that? Was that all right?
Really clear.
Yeah, it was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Any good ideas?
Start testing it.
Well, that's the whole reason that you're going to have that